of both the brothers, be it Ashraf or Atiq Ahmed, it is impossible to catch the shooters, because what we have seen, it has been more than it has been more than a month now when UP police is still out of radar for the shooters, because they have fled, and most of the shooters, especially the Gudu Muslim, Sabir, Asad, the son of Atiq Ahmed, they are out of the radar of Uttar Pradesh police, and that's why police is doing the pressure politics, taking that particular sister and wife Shaista into the radar in various cases, while Atiq Ahmed is keep on saying that please don't involve my family in all these things. But what we got from the police sources, all the family members including Shaista and others were totally involved in this particular shootout. They had planned different things, because Umesh Pal was the only witness in this particular case of Atiq Ahmed, because most witnesses turned down against that particular Atiq Ahmed and other gangsters due to the fear. But Umesh Pal was the last man standing against this particular Atiq Ahmed, and he was continuing with his thing in the court, and that's why Atiq Ahmed wanted to get him killed, and that's why the entire planning, the entire plot was decided. The strategy was made in the Bareilly jail, where Ashraf was stationed, and many other shooters reached the Bareilly jail, and entire conspiracy was made in the Bareilly jail with Atiq Ahmed on the call. And the day and hours after this particular incident, all the shooters fled from the spot, and that's another one thing I want to recall here, that no shooter was wearing a mask, because they wanted to show that Atiq Ahmed's fear is still alive in Uttar Pradesh, is still alive in Prayagraj, and that's why a day after in Vidhan Sabha, in the assembly, Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, said "Mitti mein mila denge," and that's the statement which is still in the mind of Atiq Ahmed, because since that day, we saw bulldozer raising the various properties of Atiq Ahmed and company, while arrests also were made, many were detained.
Samaj, just stay with me. I want to cut across to a live report by Arvind Oja.
That's why Atiq Ahmed
लैंग्वेज थी, जितना वो अपने आप को विक्टिम शो करा था, यहाँ पर जब कोर्ट में उसको पेश किया गया तो उसने बकायदा हाथ हिलाया। ये बताता है कि कितना शातिर है अतीक अहमद। पल पल वो किस तरह से अपना एटीट्यूड, अपना रंग चेंज करता है, और यहाँ पर हाथ इसलिए भी हिलाया ताकि वो प्रयागराज को, कोर्ट परिसर में मौजूद तमाम लोगों को ये दिखा सके, ये बता सके कि उसका दबदबा अभी भी कायम है। और इन सब के बीच अगर आप यहाँ पर देखें तो मैं आपको फिर से ये तस्वीरें दिखाऊंगी कि भारी गहमा गहमी यहाँ पर आपको दिखाई देगा। ये जो गेट, इसी गेट से अतीक अहमद अशरफ को लेकर जाया गया था, मेटल डिटेक्टर लगा और गेट को बंद कर दिया गया, जबकि रैपिड एक्शन फोर्स के जवान यहाँ पर तैनात है, पुलिसकर्मी यहाँ पर तैनात है, और इसी फर्स्ट फ्लोर पर कोर्ट रूम मौजूद है, और कोर्ट रूम में अतीक और अशरफ दोनों फिलहाल बैठ गए, और वकीलों के शोर की आवाज भी हमें सुनाई दे रही है। दूसरी तरफ वकील है, लेकिन जब जितने भी ये फ्लोर है, इस फ्लोर पर आप देखें तो सभी लोग जानना चाहते हैं कि आखिर जो पूरी सुनवाई के दौरान क्या हुआ, अतीक का बॉडी लैंग्वेज क्या है। ये रैपिड एक्शन फोर्स के जवान एक एक करके यहाँ पर जा रहे हैं, और पुलिसकर्मी यहाँ पर जा रहे हैं। वकील भी काफी ज्यादा एग्रेसिव है। पिछली सुनवाई में भी देखा गया था कि जो वकील है वो अतीक तक पहुंचने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। तो ऐसे में सिक्योरिटी एक बड़ा कंसर्न भी है, लेकिन बड़ी खबर यही है कि उमेश पाल हत्याकांड में अतीक अहमद और अशरफ, उसका जो भाई है, उसको लेकर सीजीएम कोर्ट में पहुंच चुकी है यूपी पुलिस। कोर्ट रूम में ही अतीक और अशरफ मौजूद है। पुलिस अब रिमांड पेपर जज के सामने रखेगी और रिमांड मांगेगी, लेकिन किस तरह की सुरक्षा व्यवस्था है, सीधी तस्वीरें हम आज तक पर अपने दर्शकों को दिखा रहे हैं। ये देखिए कचहरी परिसर के अंदर की तस्वीरें, एक एक करके जो ये तमाम रैपिड एक्शन फोर्स के जवान हैं, अत्याधुनिक हथियारों से लैस ये कचहरी परिसर के अंदर ही।
देखिए आप चलने में काफी दिक्कत हो रही है अशरफ को और अतीक को, और यहाँ पर इस वक्त अशरफ और अतीक को।
Arvind Oja getting us the live report from the Prayagraj court, showing us around the kind of security detail that has been provided all around the court venue. Samaj Srivastava has also been getting us the latest updates there from Prayagraj, telling us that this is clearly an attempt also by the UP police to send out a resounding message to gangsters that their kind of criminal activity will not be tolerated, that this treatment that Atiq Ahmed is currently getting is the kind of treatment that will be meted out to all gangsters in the state. And that's why we've been seeing a large political narrative also being weaved around this big story. As we get you these latest images, you can in fact also see how exactly Atiq is being taken into the court right now. Samad Srivastava is getting us those latest updates. Samad, we'll have to see what really happens in court today, but whatever the judge decides will give us a final call really on whether Atiq Ahmed remains in Prayagraj or whether he'll be taken back to Sabarmati.
See, it's very clear and simple, because if police gets the custody, then he will remain in Prayagraj, and not just Atiq but also Ashraf. It depends whether police will get the 7-day remand or the 14-day remand, and that will be the time period till which these two brothers will stay in Prayagraj, maybe in the police line or the nanny jail. But if police did not get the police remand, then yes, they will be back to their jails. That means Atiq Ahmed will move back to the Sabarmati jail, while Ashraf will move back to the Bareilly jail. But chances are that police will easily get the custody remand, because this is such a heinous crime what was delivered in around a month ago, where Umesh Pal along with the two gunners were killed mercilessly. If you can assume in the posh area, the shopping market of Prayagraj, bombs were heard. Bombs were heard at the gunners of Umesh Pal and himself. So that was such a case what was clearly visible in the CCTV footages, and that's what it makes CEO of Uttar Pradesh to press to say that mitti mein mila denge, and that statement was something the landmark for the mafias in Uttar Pradesh. And then Atiq Ahmed, seeing the action of Uttar Pradesh police, yesterday told India Today TV that mitti mein mil gaye, that I've already, that he in a way accepted his defeat, though it could be the victim card by the Atiq Ahmed, because he is such a mafia with heavy range of gangsters, are not just around Uttar Pradesh but also around India. So we could not take that statement for being said that yes, he has been defeated. He could be using it as a victim card, because his family is on the radar of Uttar Pradesh police, be it Shaista, the wife of Atiq Ahmed, Asad, the main shooter in this particular shootout, while others are in the radar of Uttar Pradesh police, and that makes this case very difficult for Atiq Ahmed. And that was the final solution for Atiq Ahmed in a way to accept his defeat and move back to the Sabarmati jail. But it is not that easy, because if police gets the remand, be it of 7 days or 14 days, it's going to be very hard for Ashraf and Atiq Ahmed, because police would do the hard interrogation to get the truth out of this Umesh Pal conspiracy, because it was not a day one thing. The rift between Umesh Pal and Atiq Ahmed was years back. It all started with the Raju Pal murder case, because in the Raju Pal murder case, Umesh was the prime witness. He was also in the relation of Raju Pal family, and he was the witness. And then also he was kidnapped and was pressed to change his statement in the court, and he did so. But when government changed and Mayawati formed the government, then Umesh Pal yet again came to light and gave his statement at the local court, and then again the rift was on. And what we saw in the recent FIR of which came to surface on the internet, when Atiq Ahmed had said that I will kill Umesh Pal in a way that the news will telecast on the national TV for around 15 days. So these were some major things, how dreaded this criminal Atiq Ahmed is. And now he is pressed to say such a statement that hum to mitti mein mil gaye. So this is the thing, because he might be playing the victim card, but it's going to be very crucial for UP police whether they get the remand or not.
And we'll track what happens in the court. What happens with regards to the UP police seeking custody of Atiq Ahmed. Thanks, Samarth, for the moment, for joining us with those details. I'm slipping into a short break here on India Today. On the other side, all the latest political updates. The Nataka from Karnataka, Natu fever, has gripped the state of Karnataka. The BJP giving the song a new twist.
You are watching India Today.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.
You are watching India Today.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist.
Co-powered by Jaguar. Discover the magic of smart life.
Let's get you all the details coming in on the BJP's second candidate list for Karnataka. Again, big surprises that have been thrown in. 23 candidates have been fielded in the second list, of which 7 sitting MLAs were dropped from the list. The biggest surprise is that there's still no mention of the Hubli-Dharwad central seat, for which former Karnataka Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar is fighting it out. Arrested tainted BJP MLA Virupakshappa has meanwhile been dropped from his stronghold of Chennagiri. Virupakshappa is currently facing corruption charges. The Shivamoga seat, again another constituency where we have no clarity on who the BJP is fielding. There's no candidate that's been named, fueling speculation that Ishwarappa's son may be in the reckoning for his father's seat, or that there could be some big surprise. The BJP is still right now facing backlash from its first list, with disgruntled ministers, MLAs who have not been named resigning from the party or retiring from politics, and there have also been protests by supporters of these dropped BJP leaders.
ಯಾವುದೇ ದುಡುಕಿನ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣ್ ಸವದಿ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯ ಬಹಳ ಹಳೆ ನೆಂಟಿದೆ, ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾವನಾತ್ಮಕವಾದಂಥ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಸಿಗದಿರುವ ಬೇಜಾರು ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡು ಕೂಡ ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನು ನಿರಂತರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನೋವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ಅವರು ಶಾಂತವಾಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇದೇ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ಇದೆ.
ಇನ್ನು ಬರೀ ಕೇವಲ 12 ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. ಬಹುತೇಕವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷಿತರು, ಕೆಲವರು MLCಗಳು ಇದ್ದವರು ಅವರು ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವರು ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮಿಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರದ್ದು ಇದಿತ್ತು ಅಸಂಬಂಧ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಿದೆ, ಬಹುತೇಕವಾಗಿ ಶಮನ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇವರು ಸೀನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನನಗೆ.
99% Jagdish Shettar ji will be given ticket. He is in Delhi only. Most probably that name will be cleared in Hubli city.
I met National President JP Nadda ji, and I explained everything about my constituency, and I expressed that I am going to contest, being as a senior leader and ex-chief minister. I expressed my view that I am going to contest election, and last 6 consecutive election I got elected. So give me another opportunity, and everything is explained, and accordingly he expressed that he is going to discuss with other leaders and will come to the conclusion.
3 नाम यहाँ से शिवमोगा, कर्नाटक से भी गया था, शिवमोगा से. आपका नाम भी था उसमें? मेरा पहला नाम था. वो सभी बोला था ना मेरा आप ही लड़ना है ऐसा, इसलिए मैं सभी कोशिश तो शिवमोगा में तैयारी शुरू किया था. लेकिन डे बिफोर यस्टरडे मुझे दिल्ली से हमारा धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी बातचीत किया, आप और जगदीश शेट्टर ने इस बार नहीं लड़ना है ऐसा उन्हें बोला. मैं ओके, मैं पार्टी का डिसिप्लिन सोल्जर हूँ, पार्टी क्या बोलता है वैसे मैं मानता हूँ ऐसा बोलकर एक लेटर तो मैं भेजा.
Party in my activities, my thinking, morning to evening I will do something in the public. Okay. But they are considered our party leaders. Okay. Then they have decided, they have insist me, you go and contest Varna and Chamarandagara. That's why I am going there. Work is concerned, I am the happiest man in Govindranagara.
Okay. I am not thought of who is going to be my opponent. Let him come and contest. Ultimately, the people of Varna constituency, they have to decide.
Naturally, I am elected in Padmanabhnagara more than 6 times. So one more chance is given to me in Kanakpura against the Congress president. He also won 7 times. I think it's a big fight.
Do you think it will be a tough battle for you?
100%, no doubt at all. I told this is a Congress president. I'm a revenue minister. So both fight will be naturally a tough fight and a great fight.
He's a very strong man, very tough man, very sound man. Kanakpura is known for hospitality. We'll give him more meat to eat.
Let's get you breaking news that's coming in right now. B.S. Yediyurappa, speaking to India Today, has backed the BJP High Command's decision, saying some people are upset about the candidate list, but the top brass will take the final call. And Yediyurappa essentially sending out a message to all other BJP leaders, saying we must come together, we must abide by any decision that the High Command takes. This comes at a time when Yediyurappa said that he's very sure that the High Command will go ahead and give a ticket to Jagdish Shettar. He's been trying to reach out to all of the leaders who've been upset with the candidate list. Yediyurappa but making it very clear that whatever decision is taken by the High Command, that sticks, that sticks.
बीजेपी has come up with a list with 52 fresh candidates. What would be the reason for this? Many of your senior leaders are feeling
we have
upset.
discussed in detail in Delhi.
Yeah.
Our All India leaders finally taken some decision.
Yeah.
For that, everybody should support. We don't want to comment about the decision of the All India leaders. So 1 or 2, 3% they may be not happy. We will try to convince them, and they are going to support BJP.
So second list also, Jagdish Shettar's name is not there.
No, Jagdish Shettar 100%. I requested All India leaders also. He will get ticket and he is going to contest.
So B.S. Yediyurappa making it very clear that whatever decision is taken by the High Command, everyone must abide by that. Anaga Keshav is joining us with more details on this. Anaga, senior most leader of the BJP, essentially sending out a message to the rest of the BJP leadership in Karnataka, saying if you haven't got a ticket, you must still work with the party because whatever decision the High Command takes, that's supreme. This perhaps will be seen as a message to the likes of Jagdish Shettar, to Savadi and many others.
That's right, Akshita. And indeed, this is a very big U-turn by BJP because remember, till yesterday they were saying, in fact, they were thanking Jagdish Shettar for making way for younger leaders. And now B.S. Yediyurappa says that 100% Jagdish Shettar will be given ticket. It just looks like now BJP has realized the kind of hold that Jagdish Shettar holds, given the fact that he is always seen as sort of a mild-mannered man. And now he has actually revolted in full public view. And make no mistake, he's a very tall Lingayat leader who has been a chief minister before. He has been a speaker, he has been the leader of the opposition, and the kind of fan following and kind of followers that he holds in his region. I think the BJP has now realized that Lingayats make up to 17% of the Karnataka population, and this is a very crucial election that they cannot mess with. And that is why now they have made a very big U-turn with B.S. Yediyurappa, the very tall leader in BJP. He himself saying that 100% the ticket will be given to Jagdish Shettar. I think this is the latest, biggest development coming with respect to Jagdish Shettar after he went ahead and did that big revolt.
So our High Command of the BJP clearly doing a second thought really as far as the Hubli-Dharwad central seat is concerned, realizing they can't really have a senior leader, Lingayat strongman like Jagdish Shettar miffed. And perhaps with the direct intervention of Yediyurappa, there's been a rethink on that, which is why that seat hasn't been allocated just yet in the two-candidate list. It's only the third list that perhaps we'll have clarity on whether Shettar's fight has really worked or not. Anaga, thanks for getting us all of those details. So the BJP, clearly going by the two candidate lists that are out, has decided to go for a generational change in Karnataka. 52 new faces in the first list that were inducted, more in the second list. Many big names have also been dropped. It's obviously stoked a lot of unrest, revolt within the party. But will this gambit actually pay off? It's perhaps an attempt by the BJP to ensure that the anti-incumbency factor doesn't hit them as hard.
The BJP is effecting a generational change in Karnataka. But its decision to drop a few heavyweights has triggered a revolt within the party. Former CM Jagdish Shettar flew down to Delhi and met BJP chief JP Nadda. He is insisting on contesting elections.
I met National President JP Nadda ji and I explained everything about my constituency, and I expressed that I am going to contest being as a senior leader and ex-chief minister. I expressed my view that I am going to contest.
99% Jagdish Shettar ji will be given ticket. He is in Delhi only. Most probably that name will be cleared in Hubli city.
Former Deputy CM Ishwarappa is hoping his son gets a ticket. His supporters in Shivamogga have raised a banner of revolt. 19 municipal corporation members, including the mayor and deputy mayor, have quit their posts. Former Karnataka Deputy CM Lakshman Savadi has quit the BJP after losing out on the Athani seat. The Lingayat leader was dropped to accommodate Mahesh Kumatali, who crossed over from Congress in 2019. Savadi, in a statement, said that he won't go begging around for a BJP ticket. The BJP is hoping Savadi will fall in line.
ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣ್ ಸವದಿ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯ ಬಹಳ ಹಳೆ ನೆಂಟಿದೆ, ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾವನಾತ್ಮಕವಾದಂಥ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಸಿಗದಿರುವ ಬೇಜಾರು ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿದೆ.
Meanwhile, B.Y. Vijayendra, son of former CM Yedurappa, will contest from Shikaripura seat, the same constituency where his father had won 7 times since 1983.
Every community and every religion, minorities also supported and voted for Yedurappa ji. Same trend continues even today in Shikaripur also. Party has given me opportunity to fight from Shikaripur constituency. I am blessed to fight from Shikaripur assembly.
The BJP is giving a tough fight to the 2 CM aspirants from the Congress. It has fielded Revenue Minister R. Ashok against Congress Chief D.K. Shivakumar in Kanakapura. Both are Vokkaligas, a numerically significant community in Karnataka. Lingayat leader and State Minister V. Somanna will take on former CM Siddaramaiah in Varuna constituency. Both Ashok and Somanna are also fighting from their traditional seats, Padmanabhanagar and Chamarajnagar. With Sagaraj, Bureau Report, India Today.
Political parties going all out in their campaign on social media as well in Karnataka. The BJP has now decided to release its own version of the Natu Natu song from the Telugu film RRR. It may be a Telugu song, but they've given it a Kannada twist in the latest poll campaign song. And no guesses, the lyrics of Natu Natu has been replaced there with Modi Modi.
Na paata zudu, na paata zudu, na paata zudu, natu 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 veera natu.
The roar of RRR's iconic song Natu Natu is ringing across the world.
Natu natu pachimirappalaga pinjanatu, natu 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 vichu kattilaga verri natu.
So how could the highly charged poll campaign in Karnataka be untouched? The Oscar-winning tune is now being used to woo voters, but with a twist. The BJP has remixed the Telugu hit and replaced the original Natu Natu lyrics with Modi Modi.
Aurenne Modi, matare Modi, ellaru haadi Modi, 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 inda naadu, 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 bhavya naadu.
The video starts with a tea seller sticking a poster of the Prime Minister under the image of Kannada icon and the founder of Bengaluru, Kempagowda. It then goes on to list the achievements of the BJP government, from Shivamoga Airport, Bengaluru Mysuru Expressway, metro lines and other welfare schemes. And then exhorts people to chant Modi Modi, calling it a divine name.
Modi, 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 inda naadu, 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 bhavya naadu. Modi, 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 inda naadu, 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 bhavya naadu.
The video was shared by Karnataka Health Minister K. Sudhakar but was later deleted. However, it has already gone viral. There's just about a month to go for State of War Karnataka, and while this BJP campaign video may have gone viral, the true success will be if this virality translates into votes. Bureau Report, India Today.
Aurenne Modi, matare Modi, ellaru haadi Modi, 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 inda naadu, 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 bhavya naadu. Modi, 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 inda naadu, 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 bhavya naadu.
Let's get you breaking news that's coming in right now. The Bombay government's move of removing Muslim quota has been challenged now in the Supreme Court. A Muslim group has moved the top court seeking early hearing in this matter. The Supreme Court is yet to give, however, a date of hearing right now. Remember that the Bombay government a few weeks ago had abolished the 4% Muslim quota, which was then distributed to Lingayats and Vokaligas. It led to a huge storm as the Muslim community was up in arms, questioning the decision to scrap the 4% Muslim quota. You also had several other communities from the scheduled caste category also questioning this move, worried that their quota would also be cut next. But now the Bombay government being dragged to court over their decision. A Muslim group has approached the Supreme Court seeking early hearing in this matter. So this is the big breaking news that's coming in right now. The Bombay government will now have to defend their decision in the top court. The BJP so far has maintained that this is the right step, saying that there is no religion-based quota anywhere in the country. So it's wrong for something like that to exist in Karnataka. There have been protests. There has even been violence in some parts of Karnataka over this quota move by the Bombay government. Basuraj Bommai on his part is stuck by his decision. But now his government will have to go ahead and defend, justify their move in the Supreme Court as well. No clarity on when the top court will hear this case. The Supreme Court is yet to give a clear date of hearing, but the parties that have approached, in fact, the Supreme Court, the Muslim groups who have approached the court, have sought an early hearing in this matter. Sagai Raj is joining us with more details on this. Sagai, as expected, this has now taken a legal turn. We've seen protests, we've seen politics and whatnot over the Bombay government's quota move, but now it could come up in the Supreme Court. Take us through really who's moved to the top court.
So it was on the expected lines because the Muslim leaders held a series of meetings in the state of Karnataka where they were contemplating to move legally, and they had also sought legal opinion from top lawyers in Bengaluru, and thereafter the Muslim organizations have knocked the doors of Supreme Court appealing against the 4% OBC which was been removed by the Karnataka government, and their only demand is to revoke the amendments which was being made, go back and reinstate the previous reservation which was already existing in the state of Karnataka. So now the Supreme Court has said that they will hear, but they have not given a time, and we need to wait and watch when it will be heard, whether this will have any kind of repercussion on the BJP party or any kind of impact in the days to come. Remember, less than 30 days for the election in the state of Karnataka, and this particular move will be a major boost for Muslim organization, but we need to wait and watch how it will have an impact on BJP.
All right, we'll track the latest that comes in from the court. Thanks, Sagai, for those details. More breaking news coming in. Let's get you the latest updates on the hearing that's underway in the Surat Sessions Court on Rahul Gandhi's appeal for a stay on his conviction in the defamation case. The hearing is underway right now. We're getting you highlights of what Rahul's legal team is arguing. Rahul Gandhi in court, represented by his lawyers, has maintained that he lost his constituency. He's been disqualified due to this conviction. Rahul refers to this as exceptional circumstances. So you've got, in fact, details of exactly how Rahul Gandhi plans to fight this out right now coming in. His legal team saying that Rahul Gandhi has faced irreparable loss and irreversible injury. So these are, in fact, the kind of arguments that are being put forth. In fact, you've got senior advocate Rahul Chima, who is asking the court right now to stay the conviction, who's arguing on behalf of Rahul Gandhi. And Rahul Gandhi's argument is this. He says that I've seen an irreparable loss or irreversible justice that's been caused because of this conviction, which is why it must be stayed. In the case of a severe sentence, life imprisonment, death or sentence over 10 years, the court may consider not staying the conviction, but this is not such a case. So this is, in fact, the update that's coming in right now. Rahul Gandhi also going on to argue, I did not get a fair trial in the case. In the definition of defamation, we should consider contextual along with test format as well. The person who gave the speech, does he intentionally give the speech to defame anyone or not? So these are, in fact, the kind of remarks that are being made by Rahul Gandhi. This is his argument against his conviction right now. He's in fact playing the victim card, saying that he's faced irreparable loss, irreversible injury because of this conviction, highlighting how he's been disqualified as a member of parliament. But beyond that, also questioning the severe sentence, saying that life imprisonment, death or sentence over 10 years, the court may actually go ahead and also consider not staying the conviction, but this is not such a case, so you can go ahead and stay it. All right, we're going to continue getting you all the live updates coming in right now from the Sessions Court. I'm slipping into a very short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
You are watching India Today.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
So sorry.
बहुत बड़ा है ना तो, हाँ बहुत अकड़ है ना तोरे में। देख देख कैसे तोरा अकड़ निकालते हैं। जब तक पीएम बनेंगे नहीं तब तक पीछे हटेंगे नहीं।
Good morning viewers, let's take a look at the weather report across the major cities this morning. Thiruvananthapuram is at 34 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 92. Mumbai is at 37 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 70. Panaji is at 31 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 86. Ahmedabad is at 40 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 111. Bhopal is at 39 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 97. Jaipur is at 38 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 139. Delhi is at 39 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 161. Srinagar is at 24 degrees Celsius with AQI being 60. Lucknow is at 40 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 131. Patna is at 41 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 122. Kolkata is at 41 degrees with an AQI of 107. Hyderabad is at 39 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 95. Bangalore is at 35 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 56. Chennai is at 35 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 84. This is all we have for you in this segment. Hope wherever you are, you find favorable weather around you. Keep watching India Today for all the weather updates with me AI Sana all through the day.
Good afternoon. You're watching Lunch Break here on India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal. Let's cut straight across to the breaking news that's coming in from the Surat Sessions Court, where the hearing is currently underway on Rahul Gandhi's appeal for a stay on his conviction in the defamation case. And details coming in right now of what Rahul Gandhi's arguments are in court. He's not there personally, but his legal team is arguing on behalf of him. Rahul Gandhi's message is that what's happened with me is unfair. It was an unfair trial against me in court, and that I've been targeted for raising my voice against Prime Minister Modi. Rahul Gandhi reiterating that my speech wasn't defamatory, it was put completely out of context. There's been irreparable loss and irreversible injury to me and my career. Rahul Gandhi referring to the fact that he's lost his constituency in court as well as a result of this conviction, referring to the disqualification as a member of parliament. So this is the big breaking news that's coming in right now as we get you, in fact, the latest updates of what's happening in court. You've got, in fact, Rahul Gandhi playing the victim card right now, saying that the reason I've been targeted is because I made comments against the Prime Minister, not against one community, as is being alleged. And thereby he's saying that the comment I've made has been taken completely out of context. Let's take this across to Nalini Sharma for more details on this. Nalini, the arguments that Rahul Gandhi's legal team is putting forth is essentially that he didn't deserve a conviction, that what he said has been completely taken out of context when he was targeting only one person it's been misconstrued as targeting a community.
Well, yes, Akshita, and the arguments are currently underway. Senior advocate R.S. Cheema, who's flown in from Delhi and gone to Surat Sessions Court to make these arguments on behalf of Rahul Gandhi, is currently arguing before the judge. And essentially what he's stating is that this complaint was filed in Surat without any basis, that there was no defamatory comment in this entire speech, and the entire speech is being taken out of context. What he is also saying is that the court has the powers to go ahead and stay the conviction, but for that the court needs to take into consideration A, what was the content regarding the speech itself, and 2, what the consequences of not staying the conviction will be. So what R.S. Cheema is arguing right now is that he is stating that Rahul Gandhi has lost his constituency of Wayanad. He's been disqualified as a member of parliament. These are some very serious consequences that he is facing for a mere jail term of 2 years. It's not a case where he's been given life imprisonment or death or even a sentence over 10 years. These are serious cases in which the court may not go ahead and stay the conviction, but for a criminal defamation case where the speech has been taken out of context, and in fact what R.S. Cheema is alleging right now is that the entire speech was not even placed before the court on record, so for them to be able to see the entire speech in context. Rahul Gandhi's team is arguing that Rahul Gandhi is actually being targeted in this entire case for being vociferously critical of the Prime Minister, and even though there are no defamatory contents in the speech, he's been held guilty of defamation. It is on that basis that he is claiming that it was an unfair trial that he had to face, because there was no evidence that was really placed on record by the complainant. The complainant merely relied on newspaper reports, and about 3 days after the comments were made in Karnataka, this complaint was filed in Surat, and therefore is without any basis whatsoever, because there was no hard evidence that was placed on record to show that Rahul Gandhi had actually made a comment against the entire Modi community instead of against the Prime Minister himself specifically. What they are also saying is that only the aggrieved person, that means the person against whom the comments have been made, is the one who can come to court and file a complaint. But in this case, Purnesh Modi claiming that this is against the entire Modi community is absolutely false and should not be entertained. So like we expected, they are pushing for a stay on conviction on all of these grounds. It remains to be seen exactly what the court says once the arguments are completed. But after the arguments by R.S. Cheema are done, we're also expecting to hear arguments not only from the Gujarat government but also from the complainant himself, and exactly what basis he claims that his sentiments have been hurt or that his community has been disrespected through these statements that were made by Rahul Gandhi in Karnataka.
You know, Nalini, what we've seen as soon as the conviction also came in from the court was Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who himself is a very senior lawyer, making a point about the sentence that Rahul Gandhi was given by the Surat court. Has that been brought up also by his counsel right now in the Sessions Court?
Well, Akshita, if we remember the last time around when this entire matter had come up in court, that was the day when the Sessions Court had in fact put a stay on the sentence till the time that the entire appeal before the Sessions Court was disposed of. So irrespective of how long it takes, whether it's a month, whether it's 3 months or 6 months, Rahul Gandhi will not have to go to jail till the time his main appeal is pending in the Sessions Court. The hearing on the main appeal is scheduled for the 3rd of May, when the arguments against the actual conviction and the actual sentence will come into play. But that's essentially why I told you that this interim hearing is very important, because this is what is going to determine what the status quo is going to be till the time that the main appeal is pending. So if Rahul Gandhi and his legal team manage to get a stay on the conviction in the interim, that means that Rahul Gandhi can hope for his disqualification to also be overturned and get his seat for Wayanad back. So that is essentially why this hearing is extremely crucial. His sentence has already been stayed till the time the appeal is not disposed of by the Sessions Court, and now the main aspect that Rahul Gandhi's team is focusing on is trying to get a stay on conviction, because that is essentially what will determine as to whether or not his disqualification is going to stay in place. Because the sentence has absolutely no role to play whatsoever when it comes to disqualification. As long as you're given a sentence of over 2 years, that makes you eligible for immediate disqualification, what has happened with Rahul Gandhi right now. And if the Sessions Court in case does not give an interim order in their favor, then we can be rest assured of the fact that Rahul Gandhi and his legal team will knock the doors of the Gujarat High Court, challenging this order of the Sessions Court and trying to get an interim order in his favor, because there may main motive at this point is going to be to get Rahul Gandhi back in the parliament as a member of parliament and get the seat for Wayanad back to him before the election commission goes ahead and announces the by-polls for the vacant seat of Wayanad.
All right, so you've got also a comment being made by Rahul Gandhi's lawyer where he's alleged that the entire speech of Rahul Gandhi hasn't been given in the court. So we'll track what happens really at this point in the Sessions Court. Thanks, Nalini, for getting us those details. So even as you have Rahul Gandhi right now fighting it out in the courts to stay his conviction in a defamation case, there's more defamation trouble for Rahul, this time over his comments on Savarkar. The late Hindutva ideologue's grandson, Satyaki Savarkar, has raised questions on Rahul's comment, a comment that he made during his London visit in which he alleged that Savarkar in his book wrote that one day he along with his friends beat up a Muslim man and felt good about it. Rahul also called Savarkar a coward. It's over these comments now that Satyaki has moved court, accusing Rahul of making false allegations against Savarkar during his London speech. According to Satyaki, Savarkar never mentioned anything of the sort in his book. Rahul on several occasions has targeted the BJP over Savarkar. He had also recently said that he will not apologize for his comments on Modi because he's a Gandhi and not a Savarkar, something for which he faced backlash from his own allies. Defamation cases clearly aren't new for Rahul. As we've mentioned, he's already facing one, as a result of which he's been disqualified as a member of parliament.
एक मुसलमान व्यक्ति को पीटा और उस दिन उनको बहुत खुशी हुई। तो देखिए, अगर 5 लोग एक आदमी को पीटते हैं और फिर उनमें से किसी एक व्यक्ति को बड़ी खुशी हो रही है, वो कायरता ही है। अगर लड़ना ही है तो एक व्यक्ति से जाके अकेले लड़ लो, मगर नहीं, 5-10 लोग सावरकर जी के साथ एक व्यक्ति को पीटते हैं, तो इनकी आइडियोलॉजी में ये भी है।
In past month, Rahul Gandhi was in Britain, and during one gathering, he had said that Savarkar ji has written in one of his books that he along with his 5-6 friends were beating one Muslim person, and Savarkar ji enjoyed the scene. So this is actually a statement which has hurt a lot to us and to many Savarkar followers. This is baseless allegation, and we have decided to go to court against this baseless allegation or baseless statement, because Savarkar ji never wrote such a thing, and this incident is imaginary.
And here in India today, we also spoke to Satyaki Savarkar on this entire controversy and his reason for now moving court against Rahul.
You all know that in the past month, Rahul Gandhi was in Britain, and while addressing some selected public, he allegedly put forward a statement saying that Savarkar ji has written in a book wherein he quotes that he along with his 5-6 friends were beating a Muslim man, and Savarkar was enjoying the scene. This total incident is false. There was not such incident has took place in his entire life, and furthermore, Savarkar ji has not written anything about it because the incident has never happened. So Rahul Gandhi is making such false statements from years, be it about his clemency petitions or sustenance allowance, and this time we thought that enough is enough. We are not going to tolerate it anymore because these all things are false. So I reached Advocate Mr. Sangram Kolatkar, and I have filed a case. It's a criminal defamation case in Shivajinagar Court under section 499 and 500.
Let's cut across live right now to BJP's Shehzad Poonawalla, who's currently speaking on the Congress crisis in Rajasthan.
पॉलिटिकल रेलेवेंस इस प्रकार से है कि आज वो नंबर 3 की पोजीशन में आ चुके हैं। ये दोनों व्यक्ति मिलकर राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर एकता की और अपने लिए प्रासंगिकता की बात कर रहे थे। ये बड़ी विचित्र स्थिति थी। पार्टी टूट रही है, टूटी फूटी हो रही है, टुकड़े टुकड़े हो रहे हैं। गहलोत बनाम पायलट हो रहा है, कहीं बाघेल बनाम देव सिंह हो रहा है, कहीं थोरात बनाम पटोले हो रहा है, पर बात यूनिटी की हो रही है। और ऐसी स्थिति में जो ये दिन में तस्वीर दिखाई दे रही थी, शाम में तो और भी अनोखी स्थिति दिखाई दी। शाम आते आते भारतीय राजनीति का, जिसे मैं कहता हूं एकमात्र व्यक्ति जिसको नटवरलाल या भारतीय राजनीति का पिनोकियो कहा जा सकता है, द पिनोकियो ऑफ इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स या नटवरलाल भारतीय राजनीति का, वो भी इस विचित्र स्थिति में अपने आप को शामिल कर देता है। और यदि मैं कहूं कि भारतीय राजनीति में सियासी धर्मांतरण का, पॉलिटिकल कन्वर्जन का यदि कोई जीता जागता कोई एक सबसे प्रमुख उदाहरण है, तो वो भारतीय राजनीति का ये पिनोकियो अर्थात नटवरलाल अर्थात श्री अरविंद केजरीवाल है। कितनी विचित्र स्थिति है कि जिन लोगों की शुरुआत अन्ना हजारे के अनुयायी बनकर हुई इंडिया अगेंस्ट करप्शन के नाम पर, इंडिया अगेंस्ट करप्शन के नाम पर इन्होंने शुरुआत की अपनी पारी। अन्ना हजारे इनके गुरु होते थे उस समय पर। आज अन्ना हजारे को इस प्रकार से डंप कर दिया है और इंडिया अगेंस्ट करप्शन आज बन चुका है जेएफसी, फ्रॉम आईएसी टू जेएफसी, इंडिया अगेंस्ट करप्शन टू नाउ जस्टिफिकेशन फॉर करप्शन। और जो शुरू किए थे अन्ना हजारे के शागिर्दगी में, अन्ना हजारे को अपना गुरु मानते हुए जिन्होंने शुरुआत की थी अपनी राजनीतिक सामाजिक यात्रा की, आज वो बन चुके हैं लालू, तेजस्वी और राहुल के अनुयायी, फॉलोअर्स। ये पॉलिटिकल कन्वर्जन का इतना बड़ा उदाहरण और कहीं पर देखने नहीं मिलेगा। और इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं कि जो पर्सनैलिटी कंसर्न्ड है, जिन्होंने ये सियासी यूटर्न किया है, और ऐसा यूटर्न किया है कि आसपास जो खड़े वैसे तो यूटर्न के विशेषज्ञ हैं ही कुछ लोग, उनको भी शर्मिंदा कर दे ऐसा यूटर्न किया। भारतीय राजनीति के पॉलिटिकल पिनोकियो के इस यूटर्न की कहानी बताना जरूरी है। क्योंकि क्या है कि जो लोग बच्चों की कसमें खाते हैं उनकी याददाश्त थोड़ी सी कमजोर होती है, तो उनकी याददाश्त थोड़ा तरोताजा करने के लिए यह अवसर मिला है। क्या कहते थे पॉलिटिकल नटवरलाल अर्थात पॉलिटिकल पिनोकियो अरविंद केजरीवाल लालू प्रसाद यादव और उनके परिवार के बारे में? उनकी कुछ झलकियां लेकर आया हूं मैं। आई कोट, 23rd of November 2015, श्री अरविंद केजरीवाल सेज, हम मतलब आप लालू प्रसाद यादव के रिकॉर्ड ऑफ करप्शन के खिलाफ है। फिर आगे भी बोलते हैं, वी आर अगेंस्ट द डायनेस्टी पॉलिटिक्स, हिज बोथ सन्स आर मिनिस्टर्स। अरविंद जी, इस स्थिति में क्या बदलाव हुआ है? 2015 से लेकर 2023 में लालू जी की और उनके परिवार की स्थिति में क्या बदलाव हुआ है? बदला कौन है? यू टर्न किसने लिया है? ये आपके सामने। फिर पॉलिटिकल नटवरलाल अर्थात पॉलिटिकल पिनोकियो ऑफ इंडिया केजरीवाल जी ट्वीट करते हैं 2013 में, लालू ने करोड़ों कमाए हैं फॉर्डर स्कैम में भ्रष्टाचार के माध्यम से। ये ट्वीट है, उनके ट्वीट सारे मैं लेकर आया हूं, आप लोगों को भी मिल ही जाएगा। वैसे आए दिन सोशल मीडिया पे लोग ट्वीट करते ही हैं, उनका रीट्वीट करते हैं और याद दिलाते हैं कि केजरीवाल जी ये भी बोला करते थे, वी आर अगेंस्ट द करप्शन ऑफ लालू फैमिली, लालू फैमिली हैज मेड करोड़ इन फॉर्डर स्कैम। ये ट्वीट है उनका। 2011 का भी ट्वीट है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का, बड़ा दिलचस्प ट्वीट है। इज दिस पार्लियामेंट सुप्रीम? आर वी टू ट्रीट लालू, मुलायम, सिब्बल, चिड्डू, ये मेरे शब्द नहीं उनके, ये चिड्डू मतलब चिदम्बरम, राजा एज सुप्रीम? विल दे अलाउ अ स्ट्रॉन्ग एंटी करप्शन लॉ? भाई इनकी शुरुआत तो इसी प्रकार से हुई थी ना कि हम एंटी करप्शन के नाम पर आए हैं, हम भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ लड़ने वाले हैं। उस समय पर इन्होंने ट्वीट किया था, ये 2011 का ट्वीट, 2013 का ट्वीट, 2015 का वक्तव्य, जिसमें कि बिना कोई इफ एंड बट, बिना कोई डाउट, और उस समय तो कन्विक्शंस भी नहीं हुई थी लालू जी की। 2011 में लालू जी की मुझे जहां तक याद है कन्विक्शन भी नहीं हुई थी, उसी समय पर इन्होंने करप्ट घोषित कर दिया था। आज क्या स्थिति में बदलाव हुआ है, जब लालू जी एक नहीं अनेकों बार कन्विक्ट हुए हैं, अनेकों केस उनके परिवार पे चल रहे हैं, कहीं पर भी राहत नहीं मिल रही है, तो ऐसी क्या स्थितियां में बदलाव हुई है उनके भ्रष्टाचार को लेकर कि आज पॉलिटिकल पिनोकियो अरविंद केजरीवाल ने इनको गले लगा लिया है, इनके गले से गले मिल रहे हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी के विषय में क्या कहते थे पॉलिटिकल नटवरलाल, ये तो मैं बताना नहीं चाहता हूं, आपको याद है किस किस को जेल भेजना चाहते थे, किस किस प्रकार से वो कहते थे कि जब सत्ता में आएंगे तो इनको जेल भेजेंगे, उनको जेल भेजेंगे, 13 लोगों की लिस्ट लेकर घूमते थे। और उस समय पर उनका स्टैंड होता था ना कोई इन्वेस्टिगेशन, ना कोई जांच, पहले इस्तीफा हो, यह उनका स्टैंड होता था। आज पॉलिटिकल नटवरलाल उन्हीं के परिवार के साथ खड़े हैं जिनको वो भ्रष्ट बताते थे और अलायंस बनाने की बात कर रहे हैं उन्हीं भ्रष्ट परिवार के लोगों के साथ। इसीलिए मैं कहता हूं, इसका अगर विश्लेषण किया जाए तो लोकतंत्र बचाना यह बहाना है, असलियत में अपने अपने भ्रष्टाचार को बचाना है। लोकतंत्र बचाओ यह बहाना है, अपने अपने भ्रष्टाचार तंत्र को बचाना है, इसलिए सबको मिलकर एक हो जाना है। कल तक जिसको गाली दे रहे थे, जिसको कह रहे थे भ्रष्टाचार का आइकॉन है, आज वो सुहाना सुहाना है। देखिए, और भी विश्लेषण करें तो इसमें आपको समझ में आएगा कि क्या है ये अलायंस, ये यूनिटी क्या है। इसमें ना कोई विजन है, ना इसमें कोई मिशन है, ना ये कोई एक मुद्दे पर कॉमन है। इसमें केवल अगर कॉमनैलिटी या यूनिटी है तो वो यूनिटी इन करप्शन है, यूनिटी इन कमीशन है, यूनिटी इन पॉलिटिक्स ऑफ डिवीजन है, और यूनिटी इन तुष्टीकरण है, हां, और यूनिटी इन एम्बिशन फॉर पोजीशन है। ये केवल यूनिटी इन करप्शन, कमीशन, डिवीजन एंड एम्बिशन फॉर पोजीशन है, जिसके चलते ये सारे भ्रष्टाचारी एक साथ हो रहे हैं। और अरविंद केजरीवाल ने पॉलिटिकल यूटर्न की सबसे बड़े उदाहरण को दिखाते हुए लालू प्रसाद यादव और उनके परिवार को भी गले लगा लिया है। और आज इसीलिए इस विचित्र स्थिति से कुछ सवाल निर्माण होते हैं जो सीधे सीधे तौर पर और स्पष्ट तरीके से मैं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी तरफ डालना चाहता हूं और उनसे पूछना चाहता हूं। सवाल नंबर 1, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, यदि 2014 से पहले लालू प्रसाद यादव जी की कन्विक्शन से पहले 2013 में उनकी कन्विक्शन हुई थी पहली बार, यदि उनका पूरा परिवार भ्रष्ट था, यदि उनका पूरा परिवार परिवारवादी मानसिकता से लिप्त था, तो आज ऐसी कौन सी स्थितियां बदली है जब वो 4-4 बार 5-5 बार कन्विक्ट हो चुके हैं कि आज आपने यू टर्न करके उनको गले लगा लिया है? उनको कौन सी करप्शन से राहत मिली है? उल्टा आज जिनके साथ आप खड़े थे, उनके पुत्र के साथ, उनका तो नाम ईडी और सीबीआई ने लैंड फॉर जॉब स्कैम में लिया है। और ये लैंड फॉर जॉब स्कैम क्या है? ये 600 करोड़ का घोटाला है। और इस घोटाले का मूल मंत्र क्या था? जैसे नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस ने एक समय पर कहा था, तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा। ये नेताजी के विचार थे। ये इनके परिवार का विचार क्या था? तुम मुझे लैंड दो मैं तुम्हें जॉब दूंगा। ग्रुप डी और जो एकदम गरीब से गरीब तबके के लिए जो नौकरियां होती है, गरीब समाज के लोग जिस नौकरियों को पाने के लिए इच्छुक होते हैं, ऐसी नौकरियों के एवज में औने पौने दाम पर करोड़ों की जमीन हड़पने का, ऐंठने का काम इनके परिवार ने किया। और ये मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं, ये कोई भारतीय जनता पार्टी नहीं कह रही है। इस पूरे केस के बारे में जानकारी सबसे पहले जेडीयू के ललन सिंह ने दी थी, हमने नहीं दी थी, जेडीयू ने दी थी। पूरी कार्रवाई इसमें जब शुरू हुई, यूपीए 1 के बाद यूपीए 2, तो उस समय जो रेल मंत्री थी उन्होंने बयान देकर इस पर कार्रवाइयां शुरू करवाने का काम किया। यह अलग बात है कि कांग्रेस के जमाने में एजेंसियों के द्वारा किस प्रकार से केस पैरेट की तरह काम किया जाता था, जब चाहिए तो केस खुले, जब चाहिए तो केस बंद। तो इसमें वो केस कभी आगे गया नहीं होगा। राजनीतिक मंशा क्या रही होगी वो एक अलग विषय है, पर इस पूरे केस की जानकारी जेडीयू ने दी थी। और केस क्या था? गरीबों से 1/4 दाम पर उनकी जमीनें लो और जमीनें परिवार को ट्रांसफर हो तो तब आपको नौकरी मिले ग्रुप डी की। ऐसे व्यक्ति ने, जिसने 600 करोड़ का घोटाला किया है, जिस पर सीबीआई और ईडी की प्रोसीडिंग चल रही है, जिसके प्रॉपर्टीज पर अटैचमेंट्स हो रही है और जिनको हाई कोर्ट तक राहत नहीं दे रहा। ये कोर्ट भी गए थे तेजस्वी यादव समन कॉश करवाने के लिए, आपको याद होगा। कोर्ट ने कहा सीबीआई के सामने पेश होना है, तो 25 तारीख को पिछले महीने पेश भी होना पड़ा। ऐसे व्यक्ति जिनको मैं रिवर्स रॉबिनहुड कहता हूं। रॉबिनहुड क्या करता था? वो अमीरों से चुराता था, गरीबों में बांटता था। ये रिवर्स रॉबिनहुड है। ये गरीबों से चुराते हैं, अपनी जेबें भरते हैं। ये रिवर्स रॉबिनहुड के साथ खड़े हो रहे हैं, पॉलिटिकल पिनोकियो। बताइए। और ये अपने आप को कट्टर ईमानदारी का डिग्री देते हैं, हम कट्टर ईमानदार है जी। यह सियासी धर्मांतरण, पॉलिटिकल कन्वर्जन का ऐसा उदाहरण भारतीय राजनीति में आज तक हमने नहीं देखा होगा 75 वर्षों में। और यह भारतीय जनता पार्टी नहीं कह रही है। तेजस्वी यादव पर जो प्रोसीडिंग्स हो रहे हैं, उनके परिवार पर जो प्रोसीडिंग्स हो रहे हैं, कोर्ट ने कहा है, मैं आपको एक वाक्य पढ़कर सुनाना चाहता हूं कोर्ट ने क्या कहा है। चार्जशीट पर कॉग्निजेंस लेते हुए लैंड फॉर जॉब स्कैम में कोर्ट कहती है, a perusal of the charge sheet and the documents and material on record prima facie shows commission of offences under section 120b, 420, 467, 468, 471 of IPC and sections 8, 9, 11, 12, 13 of Prevention of Corruption Act. Cognizance is taken. ये कोर्ट का कहना है। कोर्ट ने जिसको प्रथम दृष्टया भ्रष्टाचार में फिर से लिप्त पाया है, कोर्ट ने जिसके परिवार को कन्विक्ट किया है, जिसका नाम एक और स्कैम IRCTC स्कैम में है और जिसकी शुरुआत जो भी हुई है वो जेडीयू के माध्यम से हुई है, उसके साथ खड़े होकर करप्शन के खिलाफ लड़ने की बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हैं पॉलिटिकल नटवरलाल, पॉलिटिकल पिनोकियो। ये क्या है? ये केवल भ्रष्टाचार बचाओ आंदोलन है। An alliance and coalition to save the corrupt. A coalition of colonial cousins of corruption. यह है इनकी हकीकत और विचित्र स्थिति। और इसीलिए केजरीवाल जी, मैं आपसे एक और सवाल पूछता हूं, यह रिश्ता आखिर कहलाता क्या है? क्या आपने लालू प्रसाद यादव और उनके परिवार को कट्टर ईमानदारी का डिग्री थमा दिया है क्या? यह वही डिग्री तो नहीं है जो आप कई महीनों से सत्येंद्र जैन को थमा रहे हैं, जिनको 10 महीने से राहत नहीं मिली, हवालेबाज कोर्ट ने कहा है। यह वही डिग्री तो नहीं है जो आप मनीष सिसोदिया को ठहराते हैं और बोलते हैं बेचारा मनीष तो बहुत ही ईमानदार है, उसको पद्मा मिलना चाहिए। हाईएस्ट कोर्ट तक उनको राहत नहीं मिली है। और पिछली बार जब मैं इसी मंच से आपके सामने रूबरू हुआ था, तब मैंने आपको बताया था कि कोर्ट ने मनीष सिसोदिया, शराब मंत्री अक्यूज नंबर 1 के बारे में कहा है कि वो आर्किटेक्ट है शराब घोटाले के। कोर्ट ने कहा है कि 90 से 100 करोड़ की घूस ली है मनीष सिसोदिया ने। कोर्ट ने कहा है कि किस प्रकार से इस शराब घोटाले को ऑर्केस्ट्रेट किया गया और एक्सपर्ट कमेटी की रिपोर्ट को दरकिनार किया गया। यह सबूतों के साथ कोर्ट ने प्रथम दृष्टया एस्टैब्लिश किया है। क्या वही डिग्री सर्टिफिकेट मनीष सिसोदिया वाला, सत्येंद्र जैन वाला, यही थमा दिया है क्या तेजस्वी यादव जी और लालू जी को? जरा बताइएगा, हमें बताइएगा एक बार। अभी जो खबर भी मीडिया के माध्यम से अभी मैं पढ़ रहा था आते आते, कि फिर से एक बार मनीष सिसोदिया को अभी राहत नहीं मिली है, पर शराब घोटाले में किस प्रकार से कॉन्स्पिरेसी की गई उसका एक और नमूना सामने। ऐसा नमूना कि ईमेल्स को फैब्रिकेट करके यह दिखाया गया कि पब्लिक अप्रूवल था उनकी पॉलिसी के लिए। ये तो ऐसे कहते ही थे उनके वक्तव्य पुराने कि शराब पॉलिसी जो हमने लाई है वो बेस्ट पॉलिसी इन द वर्ल्ड है, बेस्ट पॉलिसी, ये कहते थे। आतिशी कहती थी, उनके और एक सौरभ भारद्वाज कहते थे, संजय सिंह कहते थे, बेस्ट पॉलिसी इन द वर्ल्ड है, बेस्ट पॉलिसी, इससे ज्यादा बेहतर पॉलिसी हो नहीं सकती। फिर यू टर्न करके पॉलिसी कैंसिल कर दी, परंतु ये बेस्ट पॉलिसी साबित करने के लिए मनीष सिसोदिया ने मंत्री होते हुए ईमेल फैब्रिकेट करा के फर्जी ईमेल अपने पास मंगवाए और यह बताया कि यह पब्लिक अप्रूवल आई है इस पॉलिसी के लिए। और बंद कैसे रही थी वो पॉलिसी? एक क्लोज्ड रूम में मोनोपोली क्रिएट करने के लिए, कार्टेल क्रिएट करने के लिए, कुछ लोगों को फायदा दिलाने के लिए। तो ये आज इस बीबीसी भ्रष्टाचार बचाओ कोलिशन के बारे में यह सवाल हमने आपसे पूछा है। केजरीवाल जी बताइए कि क्या झूठ बोलना और पलटना ये आपकी फितरत बन चुकी है राजनीतिक रूप से? आपने जो बड़े बड़े वादे किए थे दिल्ली को कभी पूरे नहीं किए। आपने तो गली गली मोहल्ले मोहल्ले शराब के ठेके खोल दिए। हवालेबाज मंत्री और शराब में लिप्त मंत्रियों को बचाने का काम करते हैं। और आज जिस लालू प्रसाद यादव को आप करप्शन का आइकॉन मानते थे, आज उन्हीं के गले लग गए। ये ऐसी कौन सी राजनीतिक विवशता है, राजनीतिक मजबूरी है? नीतीश जी की तो राजनीतिक मजबूरी हम समझते ही हैं। नीतीश जी की तो हम समझते ही हैं। उन्होंने तो जेडीयू के माध्यम से केस शुरू किया लैंड फॉर जॉब का। एक समय था कि जेडीयू का अधिकृत बयान था कि लालू इज द आइकॉन ऑफ करप्शन। उनकी विवशता और उनकी लाचारी, उनकी मजबूरी बिहार में क्या है हम समझते हैं। पर अरविंद केजरीवाल, जिनका जन्म हुआ करप्शन के खिलाफ लड़ने, जिनकी अनुयायी जो थी, एक समय पर वो बनते थे अनुयायी अरविंद के, अन्ना हजारे के, आज ऐसी कौन सी राजनीतिक विवशता है कि वो लालू प्रसाद यादव, राहुल गांधी और तेजस्वी यादव के साथ अलायंस बना रहे हैं? इसका जवाब हमें मिलना चाहिए। अंत में मैं केवल इसको समअप करूं तो कह सकते हैं जो आजकल ये नजारा दिख रहा है, चल पड़ी है करप्शन की रेस, चल पड़ी है करप्शन की रेस। सबको बनना है इस भ्रष्टाचार के ठगबंधन का फेस। चाहते हैं सब बंद करवाना अपना अपना केस, परंतु सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इनके अरमानों पर लगा दी है ठेस। और इसीलिए मिल गए हैं सारे भ्रष्टाचारी अपने अपने बचाने, अपने कुनबे और अपनी स्पेस। ये इस प्रकार का विश्लेषण निकल कर आया है। आज पॉलिटिकल पिनोकियो को इसका जवाब देना चाहिए कि क्या 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15 में जो उनका विश्लेषण था लालू प्रसाद के परिवार पर, उनके भ्रष्टाचार पर, वो उस पर यू टर्न करते हुए आज भ्रष्टाचार को गले मिल रहे हैं, मिला रहे हैं, लग रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो खुद भ्रष्टाचार की सबसे बड़ी बड़ी डिग्रियां लेकर बैठे हैं। बस इतनी बातों के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम दूंगा। कोई और सवाल होगा तो आप पूछ सकते हैं।
So even as the BJP is lashed out at the opposition, let's get you now an exclusive political scoop here on India Today. What really has been the outcome of Nitish Kumar's meeting with opposition parties in the national capital? Sources confirmed to India Today that a common meeting of opposition leaders is likely to happen by the end of this month, by April end. Sources telling us that the opposition parties will exchange notes within a week, try to find common ground, and then seriously work on stitching together some sort of an alliance. Remember, Nitish Kumar has met with the Congress top leadership, with the Aam Aadmi Party leadership, is now also meeting with left party representatives. So there's a clear attempt by Nitish Kumar. He's taking the step of reaching out to all these opposition parties. Yesterday, he met with Kharge as well as with Rahul Gandhi. Soon after that, there was a meeting with Arvind Kejriwal. Today, he's met with Sitaram Yechuri as well. So big developments that are coming in, and sources telling us here on India Today that Nitish Kumar is attempting to get all of these parties together in all likelihood, there could be a meeting that happens at the end of April. So the opposition making yet another attempt to try and cobble up support, to try and come together ahead of 2024 to take on Prime Minister Modi. Will it be successful this time? Still a big question mark on that, because Nitish hasn't reached out to the parties who are very half-heartedly committing to opposition unity right now. And I'm talking about the likes of BRS, I'm talking about TMC and many others.
भ्रष्टाचार के आरोपी हैं उनको एकजुट करने का प्रयास है। सीबीआई ईडी की जो कार्रवाई हो रही है उससे डरे हुए लोग हैं और ये सारे भ्रष्टाचारी लोग एकजुट हो रहे हैं नरेंद्र मोदी का मुकाबला करने के लिए। अभी तो कर्नाटक का चुनाव हो रहा है। जय नीतीश कुमार, एचडी कुमार स्वामी की पार्टी और कांग्रेस उन दोनों में समझौता करा दें। वहाँ तो विपक्ष की एकता नहीं हो पा रही है। तो ये जितने भ्रष्ट आचरण में लिप्त लोग हैं, जिन पर भ्रष्टाचार के गंभीर आरोप हैं, वो लोग एकजुट होने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
ये जा रहे हैं मिलने के लिए, खड़गे साहब की खुशामद कर रहे हैं। राहुल गांधी से बड़ी मुश्किल से अपॉइंटमेंट मिला। लेकिन एक चीज जान लीजिए, नीतीश कुमार जी, ये वो गाना नहीं है, दिल की अरमा आंसुओं में बह गए। 2024 का पद खाली नहीं है और इनकी राजनीतिक दुर्गति होना अभी बाकी है।
पार्टियों से बातचीत का सिलसिला शुरू हुआ है और उसी के आधार पर विद म्यूचुअली कन्वीनियंट डेट अगला मीटिंग होगा और जल्द से जल्द 2 वीक्स।
सवाल और एक पूरा सवाल है। सप्लीमेंट्री सवाल यह है कि आपने कहा कि स्टेट लेवल पे अलायंस होगा। आपने बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण दिया केरल का। क्या पेंच भी फंसेगा, जैसे दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी कांग्रेस, पंजाब में आम आदमी पार्टी कांग्रेस विपक्ष की पार्टियों की तरफ से, गुजरात में आम आदमी पार्टी और कांग्रेस, तो गोवा में आम आदमी पार्टी और कांग्रेस विपक्ष की पार्टियां, वहां सीटों में पेंच फंसेगा। और दूसरा मेरा सवाल है कि शरद पवार के बयान, जो कि विपक्ष की एकजुटता में भी भूमिका निभा सकते हैं, वो बयान कई बार ऐसे देते हैं जो लगता है कि विपक्ष की एकजुटता नहीं होगी, विपक्ष बटा हुआ है, मुद्दों पे बात करता है। तो शरद पवार के बयानों पे क्या कहेंगे?
आज का बयान सुनिए, कल जो बयान दिए उसके बारे में क्या कहेंगे आप? आप तो एक केस बना रहे हो कि अगले मीटिंग में आप शामिल होना चाहते हो हमारे साथ। आइएगा, आपको भी आमंत्रण कर लेंगे। आप भी मदद करें सीट बांटने में। चलिए।
Amit Bharadwaj is joining us live with more details on this. Amit, what are you picking up from your sources? How really has Nitish Kumar progressed as far as his opposition unity plan is concerned?
Well, Akshata, the big news that is coming out of these meetings, which is happening, through Nitish Kumar, is that within a week, all opposition parties are going to exchange notes based on the meetings that happened today and internal party discussions. So clearly, the agenda for the opposition alliance or coalition that is being attempted right now by Nitish Kumar, that agenda will become little more clear when the opposition parties exchange note. And what we are also learning from our sources right now is that by end of April, this is the big news, by end of April, all opposition party leaders could band together. That common meeting is expected to happen by the end of April. So the marathon meetings that Nitish Kumar is holding right now in the national capital, be it with the Congress's top leadership, Aam Aadmi Party's top leadership, or the left party's leadership, the major outcome that is coming out of these meetings is that by end of April, all the opposition party leaders are expected to come together and hold a meeting from where the agenda and the common consensus, if at all, can be worked upon. So clearly, the marathon meetings are still going on. What we are also learning is that, what Mr. Yechury very interestingly said, Akshata, is that this coalition that is being attempted will be on the basis of state level. So clearly, more nitty-gritties that needs to be,
Clearly, there are a lot of differences that they will have to iron out. Maybe this is the beginning right here. Amit, thanks for getting us all of those details. I'm slipping into a short break here on lunch break. Coming up on the other side, all the latest updates coming in from Karnataka and the latest viral campaign by the BJP. They've tweaked the Oscar-winning Natu Natu song to go Modi Modi.
ಶಾಲೆ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯ ದುರಸ್ತಿಗಾಗಿ ದುಡಿವ ಶೂರ ಅವರೇನೆ ಮೋದಿ. ಆಟಾರೆ ಮೋಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಹಾಡಿ ಮೋದಿ ಮೋದಿ ಮೋದಿ
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Co-powered by Jaguar. Discover the magic of smart life.
Welcome back. Let's get you the latest updates coming in from Karnataka, where once again the focus is on superstar politics. These images that you see on your screens shows Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai visiting the Mukambika temple, and right behind him you see and spot a superstar there. Kantara fame Rishabh Shetty standing with him, and there are questions now over this optic, this photo op, on whether Rishabh Shetty, like Sudeep, like Kicha Sudeep, is going to be campaigning for the BJP. The Kantara star Rishabh Shetty met with Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. Now, the Chief Minister says it was a mere coincidence that he happened to be there at the district. Rishabh Shetty happened to be there, so they met and they visited the temple together. But there's a lot of speculation on whether Rishabh Shetty will be next after Kicha Sudeep to campaign for the BJP. Nabila Jamal is joining us live from Bengaluru with more details on this. Nabila, is there a chance now of Rishabh Shetty going ahead and turning star campaigner for the BJP? I remember a few months back there was speculation of him entering politics, and he said absolutely no question of that.
Right. Akshita, it appears that Rishabh Shetty has been quite fascinated with the BJP and its ideology. It's not the first time that Rishabh has shown his allegiance to the BJP as a party. He in fact has been quite friendly with a bunch of the BJP leaders, and Chief Minister Basaraj Bommai meeting him at a temple is really no surprise. In fact, while Chief Minister was along the coastal Karnataka region, Rishabh Shetty, it appears, has made it a point to go and pay his respects to the Chief Minister, along with carry out a whole puja with Basaraj Bommai. And that really speaks for a lot. Now, is Rishabh Shetty going to be officially declared by the BJP as their star campaigner, is something that we've got to wait and watch. The BJP is, of course, at this point trying to rope in a lot of young and popular faces from the state of Karnataka. And Rishabh Shetty, post the magnanimous hit of the movie Kantara, has really become the flavor of the state, the flavor of the season. He's not just, taken Kannada industry to levels that we've never seen before. He's also become a pan-India star and earned a global image as well with his movie Kantara. So this will really boost the brand BJP in a state like Karnataka, where we see the BJP has really been hurt with the Amul and Nandini controversy. And why I bring that controversy here is because there was a lot of talk about BJP not respecting Kannadiga's pride or Kannadiga's identity. When it comes to Rishabh Shetty is brand Kannada. Anything to do with Karnataka and Kannada, Rishabh Shetty is the one who always fronts it. He's someone who's very entwined to the values of the Kannada state. Even when you ask Rishabh Shetty to work in other film industries, after his popularity with Kantara, he was asked to do Bollywood movies. He was asked to do Telugu movies. But he stuck to his ground, saying, I'm Kannadiga. I will only act in Kannada movies, and this is my land, this is my language. You can dub it in other languages if you want, but I'm not going to move from my state. So Rishabh Shetty is truly brand Kannada and Kannadiga. So for a BJP who's right now struggling with allegations hurled at them that they don't respect Kannada identity and the Kannada language, Rishabh Shetty being roped in as a star campaigner, if at all the BJP is successful to do that, then this is really going to boost the BJP's prospects at this point, when we're already seeing several surveys showing the BJP not coming up with a good majority or a good number at all this time in the Karnataka State Assembly elections. Now,
so we'll just play out. Yeah, we'll just play out what Basaraj Bommai also has to say about this meeting with Rishabh Shetty. Let's play that out. It's in Kannada. I'll translate for our viewers.
ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ರಿಷಬ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದ್ರು ನೀನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ರಿಷಬ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ನೆನಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಂದರು ಅಂತ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ
No, he won't campaign right now for us. We haven't spoken on that yet.
ಮೊದಲಿಂದನೂ ಇದೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಚಿತ್ರನಟ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರಂತೆ
very good actor.
ಕುಂದಾಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರಂತೆ ನಾನು ಬರೋದು ನೋಡಿ ಬಂದು ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಪೂಜೆ
He was here and he knew I was coming, so we met.
ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ
I didn't know he was here.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಹತ್ತಿರಗಿದ್ರು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತವನ್ನು ಭಾಳ ಬಹಿರಂಗವಾಗಿ
He is someone who is close to what we stand for and
ವಿಚಾರಗಳು ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ
believes in.
ಅದನ್ನ ಅವಾಗ ಪ್ರಕಟಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಷಬ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಯಿತು.
I came here, I didn't know Rishabh Shetty is here, but we happened to meet up.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ ಏನು ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದೇವರಿಚ್ಛೆ, ಮುಖಾಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ. ಉಡುಪಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ 5ರಲ್ಲಿ 4.
So as of now, Basaraj Bommai is saying there's no plan of Rishabh Shetty actually going ahead and campaigning for us. He's saying I haven't asked him, but does concede, saying that Rishabh Shetty has always propagated our ideals in films, has always stood by us. He's a very good friend of mine. Remember, it's exactly the same comments that Kicha Sudeep had made, referring to Bommai as his mama, said I'm very closely linked to him. Is this the beginning of a dialogue between Rishabh Shetty and the BJP for him to campaign for the party? Rishabh Shetty hails from Udupi, Nabila, so in coastal Karnataka, this will be a big boost for the BJP. But caste-wise also, what does Rishabh Shetty bring to the table? Because Sudeep was a game changer in that sense. He belongs to the Nayaka community, huge, strong, powerful star. What about Rishabh Shetty? What is the caste factor here?
Like you rightly said, at this point, the BJP is really going to be looking at what Sudeep can bring to the table, considering he's a star campaigner. He belongs to the ST community, and that is something that the BJP is wooing at this point. But when it comes to Rishabh Shetty, he's, Shetties are a very famous clan in the Mangaluru coastal Karnataka region. They are known to be elite, educated people. The community itself are an educated lot, usually siding with the BJP. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be difficult for the BJP to sort of harness that community, the Shetty community altogether, who are, like I said, already in support of the BJP. They are hardcore BJP followers. Largely the Shetty community are supporting the BJP. So, and that's why I stress that it's not surprising that Rishabh Shetty has always had an affection towards the Bharatiya Janata Party. But at this point, at the coastal Karnataka region, we're seeing a good number of fresh faces who the BJP have fielded. And that's why we say this is important here at this point, that Rishabh Shetty has, if he comes on board as a star campaigner, he could really boost the voters there in the region who are not familiar with the new candidates within the BJP who have been fielded in coastal Karnataka. So Rishabh Shetty can sort of basically pull in that crowd to say that this is brand BJP. You vote in the name of Modi. You vote on the name of BJP. Candidates are not important. Yes, they are new. You may not be familiar with them, but this is our party. So Rishabh Shetty on board, who is familiar with the audience, could really sort of influence the voters along the coastal Karnataka region, who are now probably taken aback with a bunch of new candidates who the BJP is fielding in that area. Coastal Karnataka, again, is leaning towards the BJP. It's a very, it's in fact it's a RSS laboratory, they say. Coastal Karnataka is a RSS laboratory. It's basically the most support that the BJP gets from across of Karnataka is from coastal Karnataka. So Rishabh Shetty having an affection for the BJP, no surprises, but it will bring a huge value if at all he does come on board as a star campaigner, because I mentioned many new candidates from coastal Karnataka the BJP is fielding. All of them are going to be fighting on the name of Modi and brand BJP. Rishabh Shetty will help consolidate that vote back.
Okay, I want to bring in Sagai Raj also on this broadcast. Sagai, a lot of speculation right now on whether Rishabh Shetty is headed the Sudeep way, in the sense if he'll turn a star campaigner for the BJP. Any buzz on this, any inside track, any word on whether the BJP is trying to reach out to Rishabh Shetty? Has he ever, taken a political stand before? Has he campaigned in previous elections?
No, as far as my knowledge, I haven't seen him campaigning for BJP in the past. But if you notice that recently his affiliation and his association with BJP has been quite evident. In fact, he was being invited when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Bengaluru, and he was one of those guests who had met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Bengaluru. And he has also represented in one of the programs in UN, representing India there. And he also spoke in Kannada, and he spoke about the rich culture of Kannada and India. And thereafter, remember that Rishabh Shetty is a very famous actor. He belongs to Shetty community, which is also known as the Banta community, the coastal region of Karnataka, which has huge population. And after BJP have trying to experiment with new candidates, removing the sitting MLAs in coastal Karnataka. Probably if they try to rope in Rishabh Shetty, it will add more value to their campaign. Remember that Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai did not rule out that he might not campaign. He said that it is a wish of God. If Mukhambi wish, he might also join. So he said that it was a meeting was coincident, but it's all up to the wish of God. If Kolluru Mukhambi wishes, he can campaign along with Sudeep in Karnataka for BJP.
So he's not taken a political stand before this. I remember a few months ago when he made his social media debut, there's a lot of talk that he's doing it because he's going to enter into politics. At that time, very clearly, he said that, no, I'm not entering politics. This, however, is a different game plan altogether. If he chooses to campaign for a party like Kicha Sudeep, that's him taking a stand, not full-fledged entering politics, which means he continues to focus on his films. But there's a lot of talk, and that's something that Basuraj Bommai also refers to, saying that, in films like Kantara, he essentially professes the BJP's ideology on screen. That is something, of course, that many will argue for and against. But that particular image, which you see on the left of your screens there, of Basuraj Bommai in Kundapura of Udupi, walking out of the Mukambika temple, and surprise, surprise, standing behind him is Rishabh Shetty. Now, according to Bommai, he was as surprised as the media channels there, saying it was a mere coincidence that Rishabh Shetty found out I was there. We met up at this temple and and walked out together. But there will be a lot spoken about this photo op. These optics by itself, Nabila, is going to be a huge boost for the BJP, because if you look at the kind of support that Rishabh Shetty has, the fact that he's become a pan-India star like so many other Kannada stars, that itself tells you why this photo op could work in BJP's favor, whether he chooses to campaign or not.
Absolutely, Akshita. And from what I see, I don't think it's very difficult for the BJP right now to convince Rishabh Shetty to come on board as a star campaigner, for the only reason because Rishabh Shetty and Sudeep, both of them are great friends, Both of them have this born homie. Sudeep and Rishabh Shetty within the industry are known as the best of pals. So Sudeep has come on board. It's not going to be a big surprise for Rishabh Shetty to come on board if at all this goes as per plan. And then speaking a little more about Rishabh Shetty's popularity, he, like Sagai rightly said, he comes from the Bunt community, and the Bunt community are immensely proud of Rishabh Shetty and his achievements. Now, Rishabh Shetty has started this production house called Hombale Films, which I can't even explain to you the kind of boost it has given to Kannada film industry and the influence it's had on the youth of Karnataka. Kannadiga youth, in fact, love Rishabh Shetty because he endorses the Kannada language, and Hombale Films ensures they take only local artists. They are vocal for local. They work only with Kannada stars, Kannada writers, Kannada artists, etc. So the youth in Karnataka, the real people on the ground, have huge respect for Rishabh Shetty as a star, as an artist. And if at all he comes on board as a star campaigner for the BJP, it will also translate to a kind of trust factor that the BJP will be able to gain with Rishabh Shetty coming as a star campaigner for them. And I stress on this, it's not going to be difficult for Raj Bombay to get him to agree to literally campaign for them along with Sudeep.
You're right that this is all about showing off Kannadiga pride, and that's something Rishabh Shetty does beautifully, perhaps better than any other Kannada filmmaker out there. And even in Kantara, that's exactly what the focus was, because you had the entire world, the entire country looking at one tradition from coastal Karnataka, the Bhuta Kola tradition, and speaking so much about it. That's what Rishabh Shetty has done. So in that sense, for Kannadigas, if he chooses to go ahead and publicly proclaim that I am with this party, I will campaign for this party, it will be a huge boost for the BJP, for their image as well in Karnataka. Nabila, Sagai, stay on with me. I want to get you now our next report on how the BJP continues to add superstar power to its armory in this election. You've got Kicha Sudeep, you've got Sumalata, an independent MP who said that, look, I am also standing with the BJP. There are many actors who've pledged support to the BJP. They're fighting off anti-incumbents and a slew of other issues by using this kind of superstar power.
The stars seem to have aligned for the BJP in the south. With an eye on Karnataka and Andhra assembly polls, the Saffron Party is betting big on star power. After Kannada superstar Kicha Sudeep declared that he will be the party's star campaigner, another prominent film star and independent MP, Sumalata, has pledged support to BJP. Sumalata even met the Prime Minister along with her son in New Delhi.
Right now, because I'm as an independent, I don't have the provision to join a party, so I've extended my outside support to them.
Sumalata says she's been invited to join the party.
Are you joining BJP? Are you considering the offer? Is there any offer to you, ma'am?
No, of course there's an offer, but it doesn't work that way right now.
Kannada actor Darshan is also likely to campaign for the BJP for Karnataka polls. In State Award Andhra, a meeting between BJP boss JP Nadda and actor turned politician Pavan Kalyan triggered big buzz. The BJP Twitter handle posted that the meet was an insightful exchange of ideas and thoughts. Last year, the Janasena chief had also met Prime Minister Modi. The power star's support could be a big boost to BJP in Andhra as far as optics go. Pavan Kalyan started his political party Janasena in 2014. but won only 1 out of 137 seats in the 2019 assembly elections. He's also known to be close to former Chief Minister and TDP Chief Chandrababu Naidu. The stars are all there, but will they also align to ensure a BJP victory? Bureau Report, India Today.
We're going to be sticking to news coming in from Karnataka on the other side of a very short break. So don't go anywhere. We're getting you details once again of the fallout of the BJP's candidate list being announced. Chief Minister Bommai's neighbouring constituency, there's protests that's broken out as supporters of Nehru Olekar, who's been denied a ticket, have hit the streets.
Good morning, viewers. Let's take a look at the weather report across the major cities this morning. Thiruvananthapuram is at 34 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 92. Mumbai is at 37 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 70. Panaji is at 31 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 86. Ahmedabad is at 40 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 111. Bhopal is at 39 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 97. Jaipur is at 38 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 139. Delhi is at 39 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 161. Srinagar is at 24 degrees Celsius with AQI being 60. Lucknow is at 40 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 131. Patna is at 41 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 122. Kolkata is at 41 degrees with an AQI of 107. Hyderabad is at 39 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 95. Bangalore is at 35 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 56. Chennai is at 35 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 84. This is all we have for you in this segment. Hope wherever you are, you find favorable weather around you. Keep watching India Today for all the weather updates with me AI Sana all through the day.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Co-powered by Jaguar. Discover the magic of smart life.
Good afternoon. You're watching Lunch Break here on India Today, and let's begin with breaking news that's coming in from Karnataka. This is from Haveri district, where supporters of BJP leader Nehru Olekar have staged a protest after he was denied a ticket. Olekar was one of those MLAs who was in fact denied a ticket. He was convicted in a corruption case along with his sons, which is why the BJP refused to give him a ticket this time around. Because of him being dropped, supporters of Olekar staged a massive protest. These supporters have threatened now to resign from the BJP if Olekar is not given the ticket, and this is one of the demands that they've put forth. In fact, in the images you see on your screens, you can see slippers being used on Basavaraj Bommai's images on his posters in a mark of protest, questioning the BJP's decision of denying a ticket to Nehru Olekar. Remember that the BJP has denied tickets in Karnataka to anyone who's been convicted in a corruption case, and that's why Olekar has in fact not been given a ticket this time around. These are images coming in from Haveri, and the BJP will have to address these reports of dissent from across. This is happening in Haveri, right next to Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai's constituency of Shigao. So, that by itself means that Bommai himself will have to directly intervene.
Hey, Prashanta! Hey, Prashanta!
That are coming in right now from Haveri, and for the BJP this is a real headache, because it's not the only place where we're seeing these kind of protests. There have been protests that have broken out in several parts of Karnataka against, objecting to in fact the candidate list that's been put out so far. Sagar Raj is joining us with more details on this. Sagar, it was largely expected that Olekar will not get a ticket, considering that he's been convicted in a corruption case along with his sons, but clearly he has a huge support base that's now coming out onto the streets of Haveri.
Absolutely. Olekar has hit out at Basavaraj Bommai. Remember, he is from the same district. They are neighbors when it comes to constituency, where Basavaraj Bommai comes from Shigao in Haveri, and Nehru Olekar is from Haveri constituency, and he has hit out at Basavaraj Bommai, saying that he was a person who has used him, and he has a person who has accused against him and conspired not to get a ticket for him. And remember that even during the cabinet expansion, there was a major protest which has broke out in Haveri, where there was sloganeering against Basavaraj Bommai even at that point of time, stating that Basavaraj Bommai did not get cabinet berth to senior leader and MLA Nehru Olekar.
Been killed in an encounter. This is the big breaking news that's coming in. Atiq Ahmed's son Asad, as well as another accused in the Umesh Pal murder case, have been killed in an encounter with the Uttar Pradesh State Task Force team. This has happened in Jhansi of Uttar Pradesh. Now, this is the big breaking news that's coming in. Atiq Ahmed had, in fact, feared that he and his family would be targeted in this manner in an encounter. There's been a lot of politics over it, but the big breaking news that's coming in is that the hunt for Atiq Ahmed's son has now ended with an encounter. His son, Asad Ahmed, has been killed in an encounter by the Uttar Pradesh police, along with another accused in the Umesh Pal murder case. Samat Srivastava is joining us with more details on this. Samat, what is the information you're picking up right now? For weeks now, cops have been trying to find this man, to find Asad Ahmed. He's now been shot dead in an encounter. Samat, can you hear me? Bad connection there with Samarth. We'll reconnect with him in just a bit. But this is the big breaking news that's coming in right now. Two of the accused in the Umesh Pal murder case, each of them carried a bounty of 5 lakhs on their head, including Atiq Ahmed's son, Asad Ahmed. The breaking news coming in is that Asad Ahmed has been killed now in an encounter. This has happened in Uttar Pradesh's Jhansi. It is in fact the UP State Task Force which has nabbed Asad Ahmed and killed him in that encounter. According to them, weapons have also been recovered. So we will track exactly what the UP police has to say, what led to Atiq's son being killed. But this no doubt is going to lead to more talk of encounter Raj taking over in Uttar Pradesh. Asad Ahmed has been on the run for the last many weeks. There's been a manhunt that's been launched for him. There were questions about why the police were struggling to nab him. And now the big breaking news that's coming in is that Asad Ahmed has not just been tracked down, but he's been shot dead in an encounter.